Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, I'm Grimace, producer. I usually make videos in FL Studio, but today I switched it up for y'all, making a different type of video. Today we're in Adobe After Effects, which is my editing software. It's basically the best out there. And if you want to know how to legally get it, just hit me up on my Instagram, DM me at GrimaceBeats. So yeah, with that, let's get on to the video. You read the title. Let's do this. So first thing I'm going to do is open up a new composition. 1920 by 180, that's what I want. Frame rate, it doesn't really matter since we're just making a beat video. We're not trying to make like a cinema. We're not trying to make a film right here, so yeah. Make the background color. Get the presets going on. Alright, so that's straight. Now I got these two, what you want to have is either a background image or a background video, and you want to have an image to be in the forefront. So I have an image for this tutorial, but usually in my beat visuals, I'll put it up on the screen now, so you'll be looking at it. I don't see right now, but you'll see this is one of my videos, what they look like, and that's what that type of vibe or whatever that I'm trying to show you. So I'm gonna drag these into FL Studio. And bro, FL Studio, my studio is under construction right now, getting some modifications, adding a tissue box to the side for just whatever, man, So let's minimize the scale on this background, make sure it fits the frame. And let's make sure we drag this logo up to the forefront up here. And I want to shrink this a little bit. Yes sir, so this is the scale I want, maybe a little bit smaller than that. And from here we just have a basic logo and background. I'm gonna grab a random audio, pull it up, let's see. Yeah. Alright, and from here what I want to do is, and to zoom in and out of the clips, press Alt and just use the scroll wheel. And what I'm going to do is scroll all the way in and move to the end of the song, so probably about here. And then right over here, this is where the time is. I'm gonna click on that, Control C, or right click and copy. Okay, then I'm gonna go up here to my composition, go to my composition settings, go to the duration, Control A, and then Control V to change the duration of the clip. And if you make a composition that's already too small, then what you want to do is just change the duration to something like 10 minutes, because you're just making a normal song, so it shouldn't be that long. And then find the length from there, so the song will actually fit in it, and you could actually like seek the end. Alright, so now we have the song. Next thing we want to do is right click on the MP3 or the WAV file, any audio file will work. Go to Keyframe Assistant and then convert the audio to keyframes, and it'll analyze that quick. That should be done pretty quickly. From there we want to go to this little arrow next to it, then go to effects, whatever, left channel, delete that, right channel, and yeah, we're straight as 6ix9ine, man. Gets out in 2 days. So next thing we want to do is grab the logo, hold Alt, then click Scale, and we'll grab this little pick whip, which is like this little squiggle, little swirl, and we're gonna click and drag it and let go of it once we're over the slider, and you see a little box around it. Let go of that, but then don't click off of it. Type in plus bracket 100 comma 100, and then after that make sure it's close brackets, go to right before the semicolon and click and type in /3, and now the audio will react. It's a little big, so I'm going to change it to like 80/80 and see how that looks. Maybe even 65/65. Alright, I like that, so let's keep that. And let's just copy and paste this to the background. Except I'm going to change the background back to 100/100. And I'm going to, where the /3 is, I'm going to change it to /10. 100/100 is a little big. Maybe try 50/50 and go up from there. Alright, let's go 80/80. Alright, that looks pretty cool. Next thing we're gonna do is click and drag all over these. Actually, we want to delete the audio. Then we're gonna add a new solid layer. How we do that? We're gonna right click under the under this composition, which is like the box in the bottom left corner if you have it set default settings in the workspace. Right click there, new, solid, and I'm just gonna change it to red. I'll use this little eyedropper tool and grab the color of the Rolling Stones logo. Grab that, pull it up. Now we got a red solid. I'm gonna drag it under the logo, and then if you don't see the effects already, go up to the top, Window, Effects and Presets, and wait for that to load in. Alright, cool. Now it's loading in. I'm gonna go to CC Snowfall. Grab the snowfall. Change it to red. Alright, now what we want to do is uncheck composite to original, turn the flakes to 100 or 10, or no, 100, and turn the size to 15. So now we have this many going on at the same time. Let's turn up the opacity or bring it up to like 75. Yeah. And then we can change the wind to change the wind will change which direction that the snow is going in. So I think I like this direction. Keep it like that. Now what we want to do is open up the audio amplitude again, go to the slider, make sure the slider is open, and up here, since it says the speed and everything, I want you to hit Alt, click on the speed stopwatch, and grab the pick whip and drag it all the way up to the slider and let go of it. Now it'll be pretty minuscule, so we're gonna do times 30, and now we're straight. Alright. Alright, next thing we want to do is consolidate all these layers. So I'm going to click and drag all over them, make sure they're all selected. Right click on any one of them and click pre-compose, and I'll call it red composition. make sure it's selected on move all attributes into the new composition. Make sure nothing else is selected. Click OK. Make that red composition. Next thing we want to do, click on that. We're gonna Control C, click out of it, Control V, click out of it, Control V. Rename one of them green composition, just to make sure we're not confused, and then rename the other one blue composition. I'm just gonna rename this one. Alright. What we want to do is alright, next thing we're going to do is select all the layers again like we did before and go to set channels. Drag that on one of them, or not go on all of them. Alright, so individually drag it on all three. For the red one, what we're gonna do, up here it says set reds, one source, set reds, set reds. We're just make sure, set green, set blue. Where it says green and blue, turn off green and then turn off blue. Then we're gonna go to the green composition, turn off red and turn off blue. For the blue composition, turn off red and turn off green. Now what we want to do is grab all of them, and we are gonna go to layer, go to blend mode, and hit screen. Now it should look like it was before. And next thing we're gonna do is right click on the composition. Make sure you're not selecting anything, just so it pops up this window. Then you're gonna go to new, and next we're gonna go to adjustment layer, and we'll rename that the overlayer. You could rename it whatever you want, but that's what I'll call it. Go to lens, grab the CC lens effect, drag it onto the overlayer, and it'll kind of look weird like this, but we're gonna change that. I'm gonna bring the size up. I'm gonna bring down the convergence a little bit. Keep bringing up the size. Mess with it a little bit. Alright, that's good. Now what we're gonna do is highlight all three of these, or just go on one. We're gonna take the red composition, drag the name, and pull it up to the screen where you see all this stuff, and we're gonna bring it to the bottom. So make sure that this is highlighted, and let go, and that'll be here. And over here you go back to comp 1, go to the overlayer, click the arrow under it, effects, CC lens, go under that. That's cool. Then we're gonna go to the audio amplitude, transform, and bring this up. And let's go to hold Alt, click on the convergence, pick whip, and hold on. Go to out of transform, go to the effects, both channels, back to the slider, pick whip, pull it up to the slider, and see how that looks. And we'll bring the red composition back here, and actually we'll just cut out of it. It's a little bit too much, so I'm gonna just /2, maybe even /6. Let's try that. /12. Alright, now that we got all this, what we want to do is go into the red composition, just click the arrow next to it, don't actually go inside of it. Then head to transform, head to position. Alright, so we're gonna open up the red layer again, bring it back to this position, back here, go to the pick whip and bring it to the slider, and at the end we're just gonna click plus bracket 960 comma 540. Click out of that, and then you could click out of the red composite, and it should look like this. I'm gonna actually make the solid a little bit bigger. I'll bring it back to 100. Slash I went to /5. Let's go up here to this arrow up top, go to the project, and drag in the audio. And now we have your finished audio visualizer. It should look like this. Let's bring it to full resolution. I can't handle that. Quarter resolution.
Grimace getting cash now.
Alright, next thing we want to do to export the video, File, Export, Add to Render Queue. Then we're going to go to the Lossless tab up here, switch it from AVI to QuickTime. It doesn't matter if the settings say they mismatch, just click it. Make sure that it's just being resized and that the frame rate isn't being changed, because if the frame rate is being changed, then that'll completely mess up the video. But as long as it's just the size, it'll be fine. So we'll grab that, then I'll output it to, just load that up, and I'll just throw it on my desktop. I'll just name it composition 1, whatever it wants me to, and we can render that, and I guess we'll just come back when that's done. So just exported part of it, just like the beginning. So I'm gonna drag that into this free program I have called Handbrake. You just download it quick, and this is so it'll export it as a normal video file. I'm gonna click browse. I'll just bring it to my desktop. I'll just name it video. Save it, and then you just click start encode. And proceed, and now it's done. Alright, hope you guys like that video. Handbrake is free again, and just hit me up at Grimace Beats, and I'll show you how to. Hit me up at Grimace Beats, and I'll hit me up on Instagram, and I'll show you how to get that for free. Hit me up on Instagram, and I'll show you how to legally Hit me up on Instagram and show you how to get After Effects. Alright, so thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to this channel to 2 free loop kits in the description. You know the drill. And hope you guys like this type of video. If you did, leave a comment down below. Share the video with your friends. Help the channel grow. Once we hit 250 subs, drop another loot kit. And yeah, see y'all in the next one.